Charlottetown-Victoria Park.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition sent me an article that was both relevant to District 12 Charlottetown-Victoria Park and relevant in light of the current world events. This article was written about PEI's first black settlement. While some members of this community moved to eastern and western ends of the province, the majority of the black community arrived here through routes of slavery or as indentured servants and settled in an area that came to be known as the Bog. This is the area of land around Victoria Park, around the Shaw, Jones, and Sullivan buildings. During the 19th century, it was the smallest black settlement in the British Isles. Individuals with surnames such as Byers, Carpenter, Crosby, Shepherd, Bass, Jackson, Mills, DeCourcy, Ryan, Potter, and Stiles would become part of the fabric of this province. Living alongside them were an even larger number of impoverished white islanders. The Bog quickly gained the reputation as being the slums of Charlottetown, as the land was marshy and therefore not desirable. Over time, this vibrant community became virtually invisible as many members either immigrated to other places or they became assimilated into the existing population. As I was researching this for my member statement, I was so ashamed and embarrassed that as a 42-year-old UPEI history minor, I did not know anything about the historically significant community. There is not even a plaque that I can stumble on while out for a walk. Yet when we look around Charlottetown, there are monuments for historically significant events everywhere. Then I got angry. I started doing some digging into PEI's history and social studies curriculum. The only thing that I could find were classroom learning materials from 2011. While it is an excellent document, I'm under the impression that this is not curriculum, but supporting materials, meaning they are optional. I hope that someone can prove me wrong on this. It got me thinking about history. The way in which history is presented is so often one-sided. It is often presented from the privileged white perspective, and therefore there are so many voices left out. In this house, I often talk about the importance of using different lenses. I'm like a broken record when considering policy. The policies and laws created in institutions, such as this one right here, in which we sit right now, have inadvertently, and not so inadvertently, contributed to the systemic oppression and racism that is still very alive and well today. We in here today have the responsibility of creating laws and policies that reflect all voices. We are at a turning point. We cannot let history remember us in here as the generation of policymakers who had an opportunity to make things better for everyone in our society and didn't take it. Black lives matter. Black history matters. Black experience matters. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.